Alright guys, we're going to talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum on the channel tonight. No altcoins, unfortunately, as we are not having a very nice day now. Bitcoin is down to about 90,500, and it's reacting maybe to this news right here, guys, that Saudi Arabia announced they're mining Bitcoin. You can see this just came out a few minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, my time. And I do believe this is a little bit of a reaction because it was below about $90,000 right before I was about to start this video. Got a little bit of a bounce right now, so we are trying to hold this support here at about $89,800. If we can do that, if we can maintain this in the next few hours, that's a good sign. But one bad sign is we do have a little bit lower of a wick here. That's not what you really want to see. We do need to maintain this though. Right now, that is important. If we do not maintain this level here, and keep in mind, guys, this is the daily time frame too. So we're really looking at this on the wrong time frame. But again, the longer the time frame, the candle above or below, the better or worse. So in this case, if it's below, if we seal a daily candle below this weekly support at the moment, the worse. So yeah, if we look at this on a weekly time frame, this is what this looks like. We have already lost 93,500 right here at the moment. Now on the weekly time frame, it still hasn't sealed the candle yet. So there's still plenty of time to get back above that. But right now it is not looking good. Now tonight I do want to look at the stochastic and the RSI for Bitcoin here. Basically on a monthly time frame, not looking so good as it is headed down on both pretty heavily. So let's take a look at the weekly time frame. Now it is pretty oversold here on stochastic. RSI is sloping down but could turn to the upside. It's at one of the more low points that we've seen in quite some time actually. Wow, that is actually really a long time almost. Look at this, it's around like 37, let's say. And it really hasn't seen that since about 2022. Wow. So that is really low, guys. Really, really low. Now, on the daily time frame, also oversold on both the RSI and stochastic. So that's another good sign. I do feel both of these will turn up to, the upside very shortly. And the RSI is actually, again, at one of its lowest points that it has seen in a very long time. Look at this, guys. We got to go back to February, and it was this low. So, yeah, I do feel this is probably about to turn around. Also, look here, the blue line actually has crossed to the downside, the red line here, but it's still oversold, very oversold. So that is interesting to see. It did kind of avoid, going to the upside here, but, look at these numbers over here. It's almost at zero, so really, really low. Now, the 4-hour time frame, the shorter term time frames, yeah, the RSI looks like it just got out of the oversold territory here, pointed pretty heavily to the upside. That's a good sign. Now, the blue line, I imagine, is going to cross the red line to the upside here shortly. So yeah, it does look like this is imminent, really. The 1-hour time frame, let's take a look. It is headed up, pretty nicely here on both. And the 15-minute time frame, a little bit overheated here on stochastic, probably about to turn down, of course. RSI, though, is sloping up. So, in my opinion, guys, I do believe this downward move is almost over. Now, let's put this on a 4-hour time frame. Yeah, if we look at it at least on a 4-hour time frame, doesn't look very promising. We do kind of have this local resistance right here. I could draw a trend line. I'm not going to do that though, guys. But yeah, basically from what you can see, there's a trend line locally that it does need to cross here. But again, we do need to hang on to this line right here, guys, at about 89,800 at a minimum. Now, one more indicator to consider is the MACD, guys, and this is not good. On a monthly time frame, the blue line has crossed the red line to the downside. So that is actually very bad. You can see the last time we crossed it was back in December of 2021. And yeah, we were in a bear market, guys. So this is not a good sign. On a weekly time frame, it does look like this is fairly low here. If we go back in the history, though, it can go a lot lower. As you see here, But yeah, that is not a good sign either. Now the daily time frame also headed down, unfortunately, and it's at one of the lowest points it's been in quite a while. Basically since about, wow, May or June of 2021. So that is very, very low. And yeah, the higher time frames here are not looking good for the MACD. So, I do think Bitcoin will get a bounce, honestly, but I do believe it's going to be like the last bounce. I don't know if it's going to break its all-time high, but it may get another push to the upside, and then I believe it's going to be basically altcoin season, guys. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. Also, if you want to get Moodix, you can get a free 7-day trial here with this link. And if you're looking for a cold wallet that's about to start paying you back because they're going to start airdropping, go for CypherRock X1 with this link today. You can get 17% off your CypherRock wallet today if you use my link. Also, you can follow me on X here, guys. Now, as I said, guys, I do think we are in a bear market now because we did lose this line from Sunday to Monday. Unfortunately, we did not stay within this channel, and we have dropped significantly below 34.50. So, basically a bear market is when you drop, I think, 30% if I remember correctly. But if we held that candle, now let's just say we had a green candle last week, we would have only fallen about 28%. But at the moment, guys, we are down about 40%. So we're definitely in a bear market at the moment. And not a good sign, guys. I really think, this bear market is probably going to be short-term maximum. Now, by short-term, I mean 2 to 3 months. It could be a mini bear market, maybe 2 to 3 weeks, though. Just have to wait and see. But I am leaning more towards a little bit longer, about 2 months or so. And yeah, I think we just need to really reset everything. And we need to see some FOMO. We got to get people more excited about crypto here. Now here's the total market cap, guys, and you can see basically there is a trend line holding down the total market cap here for crypto. We are losing 3.05 trillion at the moment. As you can see, we are slightly below this line. But keep in mind also, this is the daily time frame that we're looking at it on. And all of these green lines are weekly supports and resistances. So anyways, like I said, the longer the candle below or above these resistances or supports, it could be for better or for worse. Just depends. Now, this situation is for worse, unfortunately. If we look at the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, again, same situation. We are also losing 1.25 trillion here. So not a good sign overall, guys. Now, if we have any hope, guys, this is it. We have the Bitcoin dominance chart here. And basically, we have a head and shoulders. You can see the left shoulder here. You can see the head here. And guys, this is the right shoulder, but it is not complete yet. Now, I put an approximate neckline where this red line is. So if we break this red line, most likely we have completed this head and shoulders. Now, it's getting a little bit of a green candle today, but that's not really to worry about. We just need to see it come down and break the neckline eventually. And yeah, this is actually not a bad head and shoulders. So the target, guys, would bring us almost down to this purple box down here. And this purple box is from about 48% down to about 39.5%. This is typically where Bitcoin goes. And yeah, you pretty much sell your altcoins in that purple box and you start to accumulate Bitcoin. Now, when it gets up to these levels up here, this is when, you're doing the opposite. You're getting rid of your Bitcoin, you're buying altcoins, and you're trying to accumulate these altcoins to get richer with Bitcoin later. Now, let's see if this plays out. But so far, this is a giant head and shoulders, and this goes back, it started when? In 2024, and we may see this continue until about 2026 still. So yeah, that's a 2-year head and shoulder pattern. Now, the USDT dominance, as you see here, this is the monthly outlook here. Now, we do have this trend line right here, and we are at a critical point. Whether we're going to break it in the next 11 days or 12 days, we have to see. Now, I hope not. that would be a bad signal. But I do believe we need to get to this box down here, and that's anywhere between about 3% at the top of this box, all the way down to about, let's say, 1.9%. Now, I'm just going off the last cycle, basically, and you can see here in August or so, 2020, you know, it reached these levels and then started working its way back up. So people were taking their money out of crypto, and in about the end of 2022, beginning of 2023, people started to buy again. So yeah, we do need to probably reach this box when it comes to USDT dominance. Now, the altcoin season index has gone from earlier today from a 43 to a 45. So again, it's just kind of shifting between about 43 to 45 to 47, maybe here and there. So yeah, mid 40s, let's say it's been for quite some time. And if we look at the liquidation heat map, $650 million have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. So that is quite elevated, guys. Unfortunately, this is mostly longs. And if we go to the fear and greed, we're at a 15 still. I do believe this is either going to stay about a 15 or 14, maybe even slightly lower, because today has not been good. Now, the next update will be in about 2 hours here. If we take a look at the bull market peak indicator, still at 46%. We're not even halfway through the bull market yet, guys. So this is really interesting. We have just met one indicator the whole time, and that's it. In the last bull market, we saw multiple indicators hit. For this bull market, we've seen maximum one at a time. So yeah, I mean, how can we say that this bull market is over? That's the thing. That's why I still have hope, guys. And yeah, still 100% hold here. Best indicator, in my opinion, is this Pi cycle top indicator. It's worked the past couple of cycles, or 3 cycles, I think. And yeah, nothing is hit. The Pi cycle top indicator is at 45%, you know, progress. If we look at it, this is what it looks like. It's moving away from one another. It's not crossing. Tomorrow is quite a day when it comes to economic data, though, guys. We do have September data coming out, so I think this is a lot of the delayed data that we were missing. So, for example, we have September non-farm payrolls. We're in November, guys. So let's see. We're going to get a lot of data tomorrow, though. You can see average hourly earnings, non-farm payrolls, Philadelphia Fed manufacturing, private non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate, industrial production. We got a lot going on tomorrow, so I think it's going to be a very volatile day. Moodix is now showing sentiment is risk off, though, and that trend is now growing. So we had a little bit, you know, a slightly negative day today so far. The week is quite negative, though. Look at this, 0.55. The month, 0.44 points negative, but the year is still positive. But this is not what we want to see. Another very bad thing here, guys, is FedWatch Tools is now showing a 1/3 chance that we're going to get that cut. So this drastically shifted just in the course of a day, because yesterday it was like, what, I think slightly above 50%, and 2/3 now saying we're not going to get a cut. If we look at Polymarket here, pretty much the same deal, guys. So yeah, let's see. There's still plenty of time. If we go to FedWatch Tools again, there is about 21 days left before the next FOMC meeting. Crypto bubbles looking pretty ugly today. I mean, there's only a few things here in the green. Of course, Zcash. SDRK has actually been doing pretty well lately. I made a video on it, I think, a couple days ago. I also made, maybe a few days ago, FET. And you can see those videos if you want. Now, if you want to stake your Bitcoin, guys, go to CoinOndo. There's lots of deals here, 65 results, but you can search for about any coin that you want. For example, Ethereum. Let's just type that in. So yeah, you have also 67 results for Ethereum. It's a great place to look for staking deals, guys. It doesn't have everything, though, so keep that in mind. Anyways, if you like this video, guys, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends. Like I said, check out some of those exchange partnerships that I have below. Check out that wallet, that cold wallet, guys. They're going to start airdropping soon. That's what I've been told. And I really appreciate those who have sent me a super thanks or joined as members of the channel. It really helps me. It keeps me motivated. If you use my links also, I'm getting commission. I really appreciate it, guys. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video.